Hi, as some of you know, my name is Isis Covington, and as of Sunday, June 7th, I'm a recent graduate of Park High School. Si se puede roughly translate from Spanish to mean, yes, we can. And what I'm saying, yes, we can, is to having 100% of all Montana high schools graduate. This is my lovely, newly renovated high school. By the passage of several levies and many generous grants, we were able to completely renovate the school and have a beautiful track and outside complex built. And we also have a new multi-purpose room that the community can use whenever they want. We were also outfitted with new technology that the teachers can enjoy. However, we did not only renovate the physical look of the school, but also the way that the idea of life outside of high school is addressed. Oh, the Places You Go, while it's not the title of our program, it works to encapsulate some of what we're working to do with our redesign and graduation matter teams and our talks. While it does matter what you do after high school, be moving on to college or going on to the workforce, to get there, a high school diploma is a pretty important step in either direction. And I'm so pleased to say that my school has boosted its graduation rates from 12% in the last boosted up 12% in the last 3 years. That 12% raise was not done by accident, nor did it happen by chance. It came about through the use of several student engagement activities. One of the first ways that we assessed our students was through a My Voice impact survey. As an active student member of our school's redesign and graduation matters team, it was really nice to see those surveys used. Another activity was holding student-centric discussions. I loved being a part of these discussions because it really allowed for me to see the commonalities that our students had and what we thought the school was lacking and where we thought the school was excelling. The students were able to come up with ideas that our educators didn't always see, and that was really nice. I'm sure you all know what that is. It's a Socratic circle. So what we did was, surrounded by all of our teachers and quite a few of our administrators, with students in the middle, we talked about the redesign and what we wanted the environment of the school to feel like, and also what we wanted to see from our teachers and the curriculum that they provide for us. Months pass, and at the beginning of my senior year, we start the Student Advisory Board to the Principal, lovingly named after the Student Advisory Board to Superintendent Eastuno, where we have lunch every other Wednesday, teachers and students, to talk about a lot of policies that we want to see changed and policies that we want to add, like a new drug testing policy. It's a known fact that students drop out when they feel disconnected or threatened in their school, and so a lot of these activities were done with the purpose of finding ways to make sure that our students feel safe in school and keep them constantly and consistently engaged. To help show students what some of their other options were, after high school, we had a college fair, and that brought in not only the Montana colleges and universities, but also out-of-state schools and even schools from out of the country, like in Canada, to really exemplify that the world is our oyster. These college fairs worked to open up a lot of students' eyes who weren't sure college was for them. And for the students who weren't so keen on the idea of college, we had our local job service operative, Megan Lannon, come in, and she told us about Job Corps and job service and going into the workforce, and how even if you don't plan to go to college, it's really important to graduate and get a high school diploma. Because if she had to choose between a diploma and a GED, she'd choose a diploma. I'm glad to have been a part of all these experiences, the Socratic Circle, the redesign talks, the lunches, and more, because I'm now able to say that I was there for some of the more changing moments in the last 3 years, and I'm actually able to see the progress that has been made. And it's really nice to see that we're actually moving forward with all these hours put in. How I did that was I made an effort to find out what was going on in our school, and I found a way to help in any way I could. I did this by being outspoken and constantly bugging Principal Scalia. Don't ever let it be said that I am overly passive or quiet when I have something to say. Luckily, Principal Scalia and the other members of the GMM team wanted a student's opinion. Another way I worked to better my school was by joining our Graduation Matters Montana Livingston team as a student representative, as well as joining the Student Advisory Board with Superintendent Juneau. Of all my high school experiences, this has easily been in the top 5 and probably the top 3 of anything I've ever done. It's always amazing. So going to Helena for these talks were absolutely wonderful experiences because I was able to meet so many intelligent and amazing human beings who always had something great to say and something new to bring to the table. At these meetings, we were able to talk about what our schools were doing right and ways that we can implement new programs in our schools and communities. I sincerely hope that Superintendent Juneau and her team had half as much fun as we did. Along with being on the board, I was able to engage in several activities that other students really didn't get to do, like having lunch with Governor Bullock and going to a lot of community talk meetings where I was the only student present, and that was really fun, and a lot of one-on-one meetings with Principal Scalia. I was able to bring what I learned from Student Advisory Board to the school and to the discussions. I was able to provide detailed views on ideas and programs that our schools were using and help figure out how we could fit these ideas into the Livingston community and help boost graduation rates even more and continued growth with student engagement to create student engagement. I always knew that I was going to graduate high school and go to college. Go Cougs. It was never really an option for me, and that's okay because everyone in my family has gone to college. It was kind of logical for me to follow. College was where I imagined my life falling together after the inevitable falling apart it would go through in high school due to hormones. So this is nice. However, graduating is not something everyone feels they can do, and with that attitude usually comes the sentence, "It's just not my thing. I don't think I'm going to go." And maybe college isn't everyone's cup of tea, but Park High's done a really good job at showing that if you don't feel like college is your thing, there's other things out there that you can do. And I'm really proud of our school for showing that after these high school closes on us, there's more things we have. To open all these new doors after high school ends, a high school diploma is in order. And I believe that Park High School has done a wonderful work of making itself a school that anyone would feel proud to attend, and I'm very lucky to have just graduated from. At the moment, we are the 6th best state in the school, and I would love to see that number rise until we're number 1.